afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Monday, February 17th, 2020. I'm Luis Chavez.
And I'm Mariette Lloyd.
And we begin with our top national and international stories. On Sunday, Americans aboard the Diamond Princess cruise ship were finally docked in Yokohama, Japan, and flown on charter flights to U.S. military bases. However, 14 of those passengers tested positive for the coronavirus. Passengers spent 2 weeks aboard the ship, stuck at sea with about 400 American passengers. There are currently 15 cases of the coronavirus in the U.S., including 2 patients that were released after 8 days from home isolation in Chicago. A death in Taiwan on Sunday makes it the 5th reported coronavirus fatality taking place outside mainland China. China itself has over 1,000 deaths and over 60,000 reported cases.
Potential students of Mayo Clinic Alex School of Medicine are experiencing mixed emotions after the school sent 364 letters of acceptance out on accident this Thursday. 3 hours after the incident, admissions dean Dr. J. Michael Bostwick contacted the students by phone to inform them of the error. Only 46 students are offered acceptance to the school, and acceptances are offered over the phone. A vendor's glitch sent letters to everyone who was interviewed. Though the school issued an apology, some students are choosing to withdraw their applications, while others' opinions of the school are unchanged.
Thousands of people braved the cold weather on Saturday as they gathered in Japan's Honshu Island for their annual Naked Festival. The event is held every third Saturday in February at a temple that's about a 30-minute train ride from Okayama City. The 10,000 or so men who participated aren't as naked as the title suggests. They usually sport a Japanese loincloth and a pair of white socks. Festivities throughout the night include traditional dances, rituals, and fireworks. This year, the event organizers took extra precautions regarding the coronavirus outbreak by placing hand sanitizers around the temple.
University of Madguru student Fatima Babagana dreams of becoming Nigeria's top broadcaster came to an end on Sunday, February 9th. Babagana and about 30 others were victims of an attack at a checkpoint in the Aunu village. 18 vehicles were burned, and this attack lasted more than 4 hours. Many Nigerians are upset by the terror attack because of the government claims that the group was defeated. President Muhammad Buhari said the country's military has now gathered enough intelligence to crush the militants.
Charges were dropped against a California surgeon and his girlfriend on Friday following accusations that the couple had been drugging and raping women. Dr. Grant Robichaud and Sarisa Riley had been denying these accusations since they were filed in 2018 and were in disbelief after prosecutors dropped the charges. A team of prosecutors reviewed the case and concluded there was insufficient evidence to prove the allegations beyond a reasonable doubt. The couple acknowledged they had a swingers lifestyle, but rejected the possibility that any of the women they had had a sexual relationship with were too inebriated to consent. Lawyers will appear in court this Friday to dismiss the charges. However, their defense attorney said their lives will never be the same. Coming up next, we'll take a look into leading local headlines.
And later we have the latest political news. Stay with us.
I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean
she's not coming.
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now. But when you're willing to do anything, it is I, Cruz Zinkorpel. Okay, time for cake. It's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
11 children were among 25 victims shot due to gun violence this weekend in Chicago. The first incident involved a 7-year-old girl who was handling a gun at a residence in the 3100 block off West Fillmore when it went off and struck an 11-year-old boy in the neck. The boy remains in critical condition at Stroger Hospital. Police believe the shooting was accidental. Less than 2 hours later, 6 people were shot inside of an apartment in 6500 block of South King Drive at approximately 9:08 p.m. Police said 3 of the victims, including a 14-year-old, a 23-year-old, and an 18-year-old, are all listed in critical condition, while a 20-year-old man is in serious condition after suffering gunshot wounds to the face, chest, and leg. The Chicago police spokesman, Anthony Guglielmo, explained the importance of gun safety and education.
Saturday night, a fire broke out in an apartment complex in the Bronzeville neighborhood. The fire started in the basement and rose upwards throughout the complex. 3 Chicago police officers entered the building to alert residents that the building was on fire and to get the occupants to safety. The officers, a 5-year-old boy and a 34-year-old woman, were taken to Mercy Hospital for smoke inhalation. Another resident, a 20-year-old woman, was taken for smoke inhalation and small burns. Parts of the roof in the building collapsed from the damage, but no other information or update on the 4th resident have been given.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is looking at affordable housing programs as a possible solution to the amount of poverty in the city. With 22% of Chicago residents living below the federal poverty line, Lightfoot recently announced her administration's goal to end poverty for good. On Friday, Lightfoot took her anti-poverty message to the City Club in an attempt to gain support from the hundreds of people who came to hear her speak. While she is against rent control, Lightfoot spoke of a controversial tenant protection package that would give renters more time to find new housing if they have been evicted. Next week, the first ever Chicago Poverty Summit, which Lightfoot has been planning, is expected to take place.
An 80-year-old man is set to be released from Illinois prison this week. Chester Weiger was sentenced to life after being convicted in 1961 for killing Lillian Oding. Wagner's release was battled by the granddaughters of Oding, but his supporters insist he poses no threat to public safety. Wagner suffers from asthma and rheumatoid arthritis and will live and receive support services at St. Leonard's Ministries in Chicago.
There is an effort by the federal government to deploy 100 Border Patrol law enforcement officers from February through May to sanctuary cities such as San Francisco, Los Angeles, Houston, Atlanta, Boston, New Orleans, Detroit, and Newark. This special tactic convoy includes members from BORTAC who mostly operate along the border. They are trained and prepared to combat illegal border crossings at higher danger levels. Operating in civilian centers, the BORTAC agents will be asked to support interior officers in arrests. The immigrant communities in the U.S. are on high alert as their fate rests on the government's decision, especially in the face of the upcoming 2020 presidential election. When we return, we have your day's top political headlines.
Later, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
There's
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang's wife, Evelyn Yang, alleges that she was sexually abused by Dr. Robert Hayden. Amelia Heckman, Jessica Chambers, and Yang are some of the many accusers that have come forward. 6 patients brought a case against Hayden, where in 2016 he was charged and pled guilty to sexual abuse charges. Hayden accepted a plea deal in which he gave up his medical license but didn't have to serve any prison time, probation, or community service hours. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office received criticism for the plea deal. Yang and 70 other accusers will be included in a civil suit brought against Hayden. Veterans Elena Duffy, Ryan Britch, and Nick Jason talked about their experiences with traumatic brain injury. TBIs are signature injuries in veterans suffer from, resulted from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. President Trump said no U.S. soldiers were harmed during last month's airstrike on Iraq military base, but the Pentagon confirmed that there are more than 100 TBI cases as a result from the airstrike. Over 350,000 veterans have been affected by TBI since 2000. Democratic presidential candidate Mayor Pete Buttigieg responded to homophobic remarks made against him by Rush Limbaugh. Limbaugh was awarded the Medal of Freedom by President Trump last week, and he questioned whether American voters are actually ready to accept and elect a gay president. But according to a Gallup poll, 3 in 4 Americans said that they would be willing to vote for a gay or lesbian presidential candidate as long as he or she is well qualified. Other Democratic presidential candidates, including Senator Elizabeth Warren and former Vice President Joe Biden, defended Pete Buttigieg.
Did President Trump make any comments about these disparaging remarks against Buttigieg?
Yeah, so he did make some comments. He said that he would be supportive and he's not opposed to anyone in the LGBT plus community being president.
Well, I guess we'll have to see how the American people respond. Coming up next, we have your full 5-day forecast, and later we'll have a look at sports. Stay tuned.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Welcome back to LUTN. I am Jada with the weather. Currently in Romeoville, it is 35 degrees with a few showers. The low, it feels like 26 degrees. It's not going. Guys. In Milwaukee, it is currently 34 degrees. In downtown Chicago, it's 36. In Gary, it's 36. And in Grand Rapids, it's 32 degrees. Currently in the Midwest, there's a few showers. And with the 5-day forecast, today it is a high of 37, a low of 32. Tomorrow, it is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 36 and a low of 15. Wednesday, it's going to be mostly sunny with 29 degrees being the high and 9 being the low. And Thursday and Friday, it will be very sunny with the high being 24 and the low being 10 on Thursday. And on Friday, it will be a high of 36 and a low of 23. That's it for the weather with LUTN. Make sure to keep up with LUTN weather on Facebook and Twitter. Now back to Mayette at the desk.
All right, Jada, thank you so much for that update. Stay tuned for sports next.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Welcome back to LUTN. I'm Matt Mohan with your sports update. We start off with All-Star Weekend, which was hosted right here in Chicago at the United Center. The three-day spectacle brought the NBA's best and brightest stars out to shine in a variety of events. On Friday night, Team USA defeated the World Team in the Rising Stars Showcase. On Saturday night, Buddy Hield edged Devin Booker in the three-point shootout, and Miami's Derrick Jones Jr. beat out Aaron Gordon in the dunk contest. For the All-Star game on Sunday night, the NBA debuted a new game format to honor the late Kobe Bryant with an untimed fourth quarter. Instead of the traditional 12-minute final period, a final target score was set, and whoever reached 157 total points first would be declared the winner. Team LeBron eventually came out on top after a game-winning free throw by Anthony Davis, claiming victory by a final score of 157 to 155. Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers was named MVP. It was another big weekend for the Lewis men's volleyball team as the Flyers captured 2 road wins over tough opponents on Thursday and Saturday. First, the Flyers swept away 15th-ranked Ohio State in straight sets. Then on Saturday, Lewis defeated Ball State University 3-1. Ryan Coonan dominated both matches, posting 15 kills against the Buckeyes and a whopping 20 kills against Ball State. Lewis is back home this week as they take on Quincy University on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. The men's basketball team also had a perfect weekend. Lewis defeated Maryville University 74-67 on Thursday, led by 22 points from Anthony DeVanzo. The Flyers then eked out a close 67-63 win over Missouri S&T on Saturday. Dre Bell was the leading scorer in that one, putting up 24 points, nailing 3 shots from downtown. The Flyers remain at home this week with a conference matchup with McKendree University on Thursday night. Now for briefs, the Daytona 500 was postponed after 21 laps yesterday. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was in first place before racing was halted due to heavy rain and thunder. The Great American Race resumes today from Daytona International Speedway. In soccer, the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League begins this week with the first leg between Atletico Madrid and the defending champion Liverpool, as well as the first leg between Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Finally, the Blackhawks finished up their West Coast road trip with a 1-4 record, and it was a 3-2 loss last night against the Winnipeg Jets. The Hawks will be back in the ice Wednesday night at home against the New York Rangers. That's all for sports. I'm Matt Mohan. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for that update, Matt. That's it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can always keep up with Lewis News on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by visiting our YouTube channel. I'm Louis Chavez.
I'm Mayette Lloyd.
I'm Anna Suarez with Politics.
I'm Jada Hoffman with Weather.
Have a great night.